Hey class, welcome to English 112 online. My name's Louis Ninny. I'm going to be your instructor this semester, and I'm getting on here because I wanted to do an introduction of a little bit about myself and of course a little bit about the class. Alright, first of all, on a personal level, I've been at JCC for going on 4 years. I've taught 112 every single semester, and it's something I really enjoy. I've done the online class a couple times now, and I've come to find that it's pretty well organized, and I've gotten some compliments on the way it's set up. So hopefully you guys will feel the same way. If not, please email me if you're seeing some deficiencies that possibly I could fix. But be nice about it. Alright. As far as the class goes, I wanted to just go over some basics. As I look at the syllabus over here on my other screen, there's a few things. First of all, I've got the discussion boards. You're going to have a discussion board every other week. Every folder has a discussion board, but they're 2-week folders. And so I've got a way for you to look at how to navigate the class itself, and hopefully that'll help out a lot too. It's just a little 5-minute video of me talking as I go through everything on the page itself. So make sure to watch that in addition to this, because I know that online sometimes people feel like they can't put a face to what's happening and they want some help. And so that's what I'm really trying to do here, is just kind of make sure that everyone's got a good understanding of what's happening and my expectations. I do have an office over in Smith, room 132. I'm here if you need me. Do feel free to stop by. I'm sure a lot of you are on campus with other classes and other things, so feel free. Alright, so you'll note in the syllabus section I've got discussion board rules. It says all must have an opinion and you must support that opinion. And so if I'm even asking the silliest question like, do you prefer Pepsi or Coke, I want to know why and I want you to support it. One thing in the society of millennials and this new generation is that opinions have become almost a bad thing, and it's not wrong to have an opinion if you can support it. And so believe what you will believe, but it's got to be supported with reason and logic, and facts don't hurt either. So anyway, the next thing, it says the original post is to be 200 words, meaning that you must have one post and it has to state your opinion in 200 words or more. You can go over if you want, no problem there. Just don't go under, I do count. And it should be followed by a reply with no less than 50 words. And so the reply needs to be, I see what you're saying, I like that idea, I do agree with you, especially when you said blah 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 blah. Okay? As far as the timing goes, I will have everything due Wednesday night at 11:59 as far as the original post. And so that's the first thing, 11:59 Wednesday night, original post. That's the 200-word thing, that's your opinion. You will not be able to see other people's posts until you post. So sometimes it helps that if people can read other folks' opinions, but I really like to get very original opinions as much as possible here. The last one you'll see is the replies, and those will be due Sunday night by 11:59. Sometime in between Sunday night, well, I guess really Monday morning, that folder will go down, the discussion board will disappear, and after that everything will be counted off. There's no late work. Obviously, if your original post is late, you lose 5 points for every day. If it's less words, then you lose points. But hopefully we won't have any issues with that this semester. All right. Next thing, as far as late work with all that, don't ask, because that's my attendance, and so I can't let you make that up as an attendance assignment. It's only 1 or 2 discussion boards for a 2-week period, so it's a more than realistic expectation. Alright, some key dates for the fall. This is also right there in the syllabus section. The first one is going to be August the 17th. It's the first day of class that we meet. It's a Monday. So make sure you log in, figure things out, watch this video, and you'll see in there that we've got on the 30th the fallacy test is due. There are, I think, 17 fallacies that we'll be studying and that we'll be using in our first paper, and so you want to make sure to get familiar with those. It's 15% of your overall grade, that test. It's an online test. It is timed, obviously, so you can't sit and stare at your notes, but it's fairly generous. It's online, but you should learn these things. The next day is going to be September 27th. That's going to be the first essay that's due, and it's a rhetorical analysis using the fallacies. which is a pretty interesting project. I've actually got a video on how to do that project, and I've give some exemplaries of students past that should help as well. I've really tried to give you guys as much help as possible without having a classroom to sit to ask questions, because sometimes it can be confusing. That's 20% of your overall grade. And then the next one, you're going to see November 1st, the synthesis essay is due. You'll see more on that. And then the last essay is your definition essay. It's due the 29th, which I think is right around Thanksgiving, probably the Sunday night of Thanksgiving. So if you're going to be out of town over Thanksgiving, make sure to plan ahead. Alright, and the last thing is a reflective essay. This is actually only 5% of your overall grade, but this does matter because it's at the end of the semester. It's a nice chance to kind of boost any grade that might need a little boost. And lastly, on the 17th, you'll see the classes are over of December. It'll really, on the 10th is going to be your last assignment. On the 7th through the 10th and the 7th to the 17th, I'll be grading everything. So there's not a whole lot that you can be doing between this time. Alright. I've got the course syllabus available to you. I've got everything sitting here that you need. I want to make sure that you get the student acknowledgement sent in so that I can have on file two things. One, your signature, and two, the agreement between professor and student, right? Because it's not just for you, it's for me. If I decide at the last minute to make that reflective essay worth 90% of your grade, you can say to me, my director, whoever, Mr. Denny said that it was only going to be worth 5%. It's in there. I signed off on it. He signed off on it, and it's not fair. Well, they'll come back to me, and we'll fix it. And it works the same way with you all, and I'm not sure exactly what the expectations are, but they're in writing. So make sure that you look at them. All right. Lastly, I wanted to make sure that you all have the text. We're looking at the good reasons text, and if you have the Penguin text from your 111 class or another class, it could be a lot of help. Some of those resources are available online. If for whatever reason you don't have it, you may not need to rush out and buy it. It's pretty pricey, but I will tell you that it'll help. And lastly, I will not be using the MyLabs. Just won't. Sometimes it's difficult, and so I'm not. So if you have that code or you've bought that code or whatever, you may want to figure out a way to not do that. But if you did buy it and want to use it, I can certainly set it up for you pretty easily, just as extra help. Alright, I think that's about it. I don't have much else to tell you, but I do look forward to reading your papers and your discussion boards, and happy posting. If you need anything, find me here if you can. My office hours are posted, but like I said, I can be reached on Gmail very easily. I check it on my phone, and I think that's about it. So enjoy your semester. Best luck to all of you, and I will see you in the discussion boards.